something. I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted. Stay humble. Let me sort this out. Let me sort this out. Hopefully I can hear. Hopefully people can hear me. Let me try stuff that should work. Hello. Big up everyone if you can hear me. Hopefully. Big up everyone if you can hear me. Hopefully. Yes, people. Welcome to LRFC. Obviously, hopefully, this is a weekly thing I do, which is hang on, guys. I could hear myself twice. Yeah, this is a Premier League, obviously Roundup show. So please, fasten your seatbelts. Get ready. I want to talk about Liverpool as well. I want to talk about Liverpool. Arsenal won yesterday. So how's the league coming along right now? And what's next for Liverpool Football Club? Because I'm just worried in case things don't go according to plan. If you know what I mean, people. We had the opportunity to get away from everybody else, and now it looks like everybody is creeping in and catching us up. If you know what I mean, like it went from 9 points to 7 points now. So is Arsenal the real deal? Is Liverpool out of form? Has Arne Slot run out of ideas? I mean, we've got to talk about it, innit? We've got to talk about it because it isn't looking good when we're watching us at the moment. Like when we're saying that Nottingham Forest is a good team, we should be all right with a draw and things like that. So is everybody else. And I mean, everybody else is a good team as well. So we can't just say Nottingham Forest is a good team, we just concede. You know what I mean? I can't imagine, Real Madrid going to Nottingham Forest and not winning. You know what I mean? So I don't understand all this, talks about a draw is a good result. Watching the game the other day, I mean, there's only one team that was dominating, so it shouldn't be an acceptance of teams because they do well in the Premier League. Liverpool have to concede and let it slide. You know what I mean? So are we calling every team in the Premier League they're good teams? You know what I mean? And we could just get a point. It shouldn't be like that. I'm just worried about the preparations for games. If you know what I mean, guys. I don't think we prepare well for games the way we're playing. I'm just worried about the preparations for games. It's really frustrating because we're drawing. We're drawing at home to Man United. We're drawing at home to Fulham. I mean, we're drawing away to Newcastle from winning positions. If you know what I mean, guys. Apart from the Fulham game, because we had a man down, which we were going to speak about later on as well. So yeah, there's lots to discuss, man. Because it's frustrating me, man. I was just sitting there yesterday thinking to myself, what's going on with us? Like, aren't we awake or what? What? How long could it take until we've finally get out of this coma that we're in? Because guys, the points will be shortened as time goes on if we're gonna accept the way we're playing. It's not right, man. And the league the way it is at the moment, I'm not happy with it either because unfortunately, Arsenal's right in our coattails, as you can see, guys. I'm really worried, guys. Honestly, I don't think it's been the best Premier League season that we've seen obviously in the last few years in regards to quality-wise, but it's more competitive, if you know what I mean. I like it that way. I don't think this time the league is going to go to the 90 points or anything like that. I think it's going to be below that, around the 80s. But the draws for Liverpool at the moment is just it's horrendous, guys. Honestly, like I'm not happy with it. It's just too much of the same when I'm watching us at the moment. And when is it enough? You know what I mean? When are we gonna start performing and you know having a consistent run of wins? Because we're not even consistently winning. We win one here, but we draw two here. We win one here, and we're gonna draw another one. You know what I mean? So when is the winning momentum gonna start again? Because I don't think the players realize what's at stake here. I don't think they know what's going on because um, the more we do this, the more other team will catch us up, and that's what's frightening. A team that wants to win the league, when you got the perfect opportunity to get the lead, get away from everybody else, you take it. You take it with both hands. But we're going into games all worried and lackluster, you could call it. You know what I mean? Because in the Fulham game, what angered me was we didn't look like we wanted it more. You know what I mean? It's like the lack of preparation. You go into that game and all of a sudden, so Nottingham Forest game, we go into that game and then all of a sudden they score in 9 minutes. Like, where's the preparation for that? You know what they're gonna do. You know they're gonna go down to Woods and he's gonna score a goal. You know what I mean? If you know what I mean. So, where's the marking of Woods? Why was he released into the box like that? And look at Alisson as well. By the time Alisson dived, the ball was already in the bottom, in the bottom corner, on his left hand side. So there's a lot of things that I really don't understand. We don't score in the first half majority of the games. We score in the second half. Now we're getting back to teams scoring early, and then they could defend for their lives. If you prevent a lot of things that frustrates me is how can Nottingham Forest defend the way they did against us for all the way to the second half until Jota came on and scored that header, of course, from a corner. But we can't do that with the world-class players that we have. We keep saying we've got world-class players, but how comes they can't manage games? That's what I'm like. That's what I don't understand. We keep going on like social media talking about the world-class players that we have, but when it's like important, we don't do anything. Like it's the same game, different day. That's what it is. We go into games, the teams that face us score against us, and they get a goal, or they manage the game better. That's what I don't understand. We keep saying world-class players. World-class players don't allow that. World-class players know when to play. World-class players know when to, shut up shop and all that stuff. If you look at that goal against Nottingham Forest the other day, Konate was out of his, I don't know where he was, next to the halfway line, header in the ball. Salah jumped out the way. It went to Elanga. I think Elanga is his name. And then he done a through ball to Woods, who was free in the box. This is what Nottingham Forest do, if you know what I mean. This is a regular thing they do, and we just let them have it like that. It's frustrating, honestly. Big up everybody that's on the chat, man. Big up Uncle Rods. Big up Ends, man. Thanks for coming on, guys. Big up Abdul as always. Big up Joe Powell. This team needs reinforcements. How people sit here and say this squad is strong, it's wild. We do need reinforcements, man. We do need, players that can complement the players that's already on the pitch. You know what I mean? I think, what it is, Joe? The issue that we have is the lack of competition, brings things like that to us, if you know what I mean. There's no competition, for those players. So they basically they know every game they are in, they're going to play. Every game that comes along, they're going to play. So if you haven't got, competition for places, it won't, make those players, put that extra yard on the pitch because, they're too relaxed. We've got too many too relaxed players in our team, and that's what frustrates me. I keep saying it, like, we've had the summer and we've had, now to get players in, and we haven't even done that. What's the ambition for the season? Like, what is our target? Do we want to win the league or not? Listen, yesterday Arsenal wasn't great, but they got the win. That's what's important to them. They want to get those wins on board. You don't have to play the best of football to get that. They will go behind, but they came back. They came back and did what they had to do, and now There you go. It's 4 points, and the more the season goes on, the more frightening it's going to get for us. And I'm worried. I'm really worried because there's no wins coming, guys. The wins ain't becoming consistent. Yes, wins are coming, but it's not consistent enough. That's the problem, guys. The consistency in our winning is not there, and nobody is even pulling the team up for that. And Brentford ain't going to be easy, guys. I swear to you. Brentford away is going to be really, really tough. Watch this space, man. They're going to sit back and let Liverpool come down there and back to them. You know what I mean? We ain't creating chances anyway. Like, even when we try to create chances, we're making mistakes with passes as well. And that's too often. That is too often in the games. You remember that Diaz chance the other day? Like, when he was up front. All you had to do is put it through the legs. You know what I mean? But the defender read him. The defender read him, and he put his leg in the way, and he won the ball. You know what I mean? Those things, you got to make it precise to the, you have to make it accurate to the players' paths. You know what I mean? You should know the player is going to do that. That's all he can do because he's close up to you. So try to go around him and put it through somewhere somehow. It's frustrating, guys, man. How can we be in a position of power all season and then just drop off? It's worrying. I'm telling you guys, you don't normally see me like this. I don't worry as much as this, but we're just dropping points and nobody is, saying anything about it. It's frustrating, honest to God, guys. It's frustrating watching this. Yeah, I've been trying to get the Brentford, um, badge on something here. I finally got one. Bloody hell, it took me a while. Yeah, I just want to show you guys, the formations that we play and what we do on the pitch, which is too open for my liking. I think the coaching team don't do enough because the same mistakes are happening in every game, and I think Endo has to start now, man. I honestly do. I think it's time to unleash Endo into the team and get him on and complement the likes of Gravenberch, because if Gravenberch has someone that's going to be standing next to him that's more defensively minded, it might unleash him to go forward more, if you know what I mean, guys, and push McAllister forward. So imagine you have them three in the team. Obviously, we want Soboslai to play. Obviously, I'm not gonna sit here and say don't play Soboslai, but imagine having them three in the team and pushing McAllister further forward. What could happen in regards to the defensive side of the game? It'd be brilliant. It'd be absolutely brilliant because McAllister is defensively minded. So is Gravenberch. You saw him playing as a centre back the other day. So is Endo. So the second part of the season, we're not gonna buy anyone. Why don't we go, more in a defensive direction than attacking direction? Because the front three will score goals. We're always going to score goals no matter what we do, if you know what I mean, guys. But why don't we be more cautious, if you know what I mean? Let me put it up here. 1 second, guys. There's lots to discuss on it, so let me just show you what I'm saying, guys. Hopefully you can see it better there. So if we have, obviously, you can't take out McAllister, you can't take out Gravenberch in it. So we've got to sacrifice at least Soboslai for now until he can swap with McAllister from time to time. Obviously he's defensively good as well. So I was thinking like this: Alisson needs to start performing, guys. I got to be real. Alisson is underperforming, and the way he's coming to the team, the way he's playing is a strange thing in my opinion. I think when he plays, I said it many times, the defense is too relaxed. Teams get at us, and the players go through us like it's easy. Because when Kelleher plays, it's a different story in regards to the defensive side. The defense actually are more cautious. They don't let chances go on goal, so they are alert at that time. But when Alisson is there, they're too relaxed, in my opinion. Because you got the best goalkeeper in the world. Not at the moment the way he's playing, but you know what I mean, guys. They're not taking the extra care on the pitch. They're just letting Alisson, players go at Alisson because Alisson's going to save it normally. But he's not doing that at the moment. So he needs your help. Now the defenders have to be in extra concentrate, extra concentration on the pitch. If you know what I mean. So this is why I say Endo has to start these games because Endo is defensively minded, and we need aggression in that midfield. This is why when we're going to the likes of Nottingham Forest and teams like that, they come at us, they try to bully us because there's not enough aggression. When you've got aggression on the pitch, the fear factor sets in, if you know what I mean. And that's what Endo does. If you look at Endo, the way he challenges people, he gets the ball, but he puts a bit on top of that on you as well. And that's what this team is missing. It's great to have McAllister. It's great to have Gravenberch on the pitch and Soboslai, etc. But does that come from them? No. Why are teams getting at us? Because there's not enough aggression. And this is why I said Endo has to start performing. Konate, when I'm looking at him at the moment, something is not right with him. I think he's still injured. I think we rushed him back. But we haven't got enough players that can play in his position. Hence why we have to play him in every game. The manager doesn't trust Kwanzaa enough for him to play. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. And it's frightening because you've got a window right now. You've had the win. Just say even 4 months ago, even in the summer, to prepare a defender to come into Liverpool Football Club to be the replacement for Van Dijk. But under the tutelage of Van Dijk, he can become the next coming of Van Dijk. But we can't do that. We're not doing that. We're just too laid back as a football club, and we're telling the players to sort it out on the pitch. But when the struggle comes on, like in every January, as we're experiencing right now, players that are out of form, teams deep line defend. The players that was opening up defenders in the beginning of the season are no longer, doing what they were doing. As you can see, Salah in January, I thought it was just the African nations kind of thing. But every January now, even if he's playing, he just drops off because he doesn't know what to do against deep line defending. Teams. If you look at him against Nico Williams, you should know what Nico Williams' weaknesses are. And he couldn't get past him. Every single time he was going forward, it's like hitting a brick wall. And then you look at Gakpo on the other side. Each time he cuts in like he always does, he scores normally. But that game, the goalkeeper, the defense took the right positions to prevent the goal going in, if you know what I mean. So they already know what he's going to do when he cuts in. So you haven't even got a plan B to go on the outside and cross it in. So there's too many, too predictable stuff happening on the pitch, and teams analyze our games. I don't know if we do that because we're making the same mistakes every game. That's the problem with us, in my opinion, guys. So yeah, I hope you like this stream, guys. Please hit the like button, hit the subscription button, and I hope you can hear me because I've got this new equipment. I'm gonna try, brighten it up in here more, if you know what I mean. I want to do schedule kind of, streams. As you could see after this, I'm going to do something tomorrow with the press conference, and I'm going to do a panel show, hopefully around 10:30 tomorrow, Friday night. Get back on Friday nights again because I missed that with the guys. Yeah, and I'm going out there right now. Obviously, go to other people's streams, try to, make them notice that I'm around. You know what I mean? Yeah. So as I said about Konate, it's frightening, like what I see about him. He doesn't look like the Konate that we know. That's what scares me about Konate. I think he's injured, guys. I think something is not right with him. He's not taking up the right positions as he was in the beginning of the season. He's not doing, the things that he was doing in the beginning of the season as well. It's like he's struggling to do it. So when you're rushing a player back from injury, what's frightening is if he continues to do what he's doing right now, which is, making the wrong decisions, he could get injured again. So that's what scares me about Konate. Have we rushed him back? Does he need an operation? I don't know. I really don't know. But let me get to the chat because I'm here for the chat today. Just myself. I haven't got anyone else here. Big up John Conway as always, brother. Big up, brother. Cedric, big up, brother. Is it me or there seems no passion or fight? Big up, Fozzy. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Cedric. That's what worries me about the football club at the moment. Like, you've got an opportunity to to win the league early, if you know what I mean. So you could concentrate on the Champions League, like I always say. That's what you got. You got that opportunity to do that, and we're not even doing that. We're just sitting back and letting teams, come back and try catch us up in the Premier League. You know what I mean? It's not like we're going into games that's not winnable. That's what's upsetting more than anything. Man United at home, Fulham at home. Those games you have to win. You're at home. You have to have the right game plan for that as well. And then they get 2 goals, both of them. You know what I mean? Like, where's the defensive side of the team? Why are we conceding goals? Why aren't we preventing goals? Why aren't we taking the right positions in defense? when we have to defend to stop the goals going in? Why is it the same type of goals we're conceding? Crosses in the box. Nobody's stopping crosses in the box. You know what I mean? And through balls are coming through us now. And players are, if you look at the Woods goal the other day against Northern Forest, obviously Konate was out of position. Why was Van Dijk way back? Why couldn't he like read the game like he always does and push forward when Alanga actually passed that pass so he could get him offside? You know what I mean? It's just, it's madness, bro. Like I said, Cedric, we need to win games wanting it. I don't think these players want it enough to win the league, man. I don't want to say that, but it looks to me when I'm looking at them, because if you want something, you got to do the extra on the pitch, extra runs, extra aggression, extra goals, defend, by any means necessary. But we're not doing that, bro. We're letting teams come on us and do whatever they want, like they do in every season around this time. I'm not gonna cry about transfers anymore because I know I'm not gonna get anything. I'm being realistic with you guys. We're not going to get anything. We're going to be sitting here the last day of the transfer window hoping again. You know what I mean? So we're in prison, innit? We're in prison, like I said, with these owners. And the worst thing that could happen to them is Liverpool not winning the league at the end of the season. Because I think the people that support them and the people who are in the middle will finally wake up and realize, they're not with us. It shouldn't take that long for you to realize that. You should have realized that a couple of years ago. They're not really with us in winning. In regards to winning championships, because if you want to win championships right now, you should have enough money to get players in to take us over the line. There's 2 competitions that's there right now. There's 3 obviously with the League Cup and 4 in the FA Cup, but that's something minor anyway. But I'm talking about the Champions League and the Premier League. You had the perfect opportunity to get so many points, 15 points clear, like 20 points clear in this season, to relax and concentrate on the Champions League, so you could just put your feet up and you couldn't even take that opportunity. That's what I'm saying, guys, and we're not doing that. And what more can I say about that? We had the opportunity. You can't say we didn't have the opportunity. We did, and we're losing games. So we're drawing games that leads to at the end of the season we're going to regret, as we always do. We always talk about why didn't we win that game? We should have won that game at home against Fulham or Man United. I don't want to hear that anymore, because this is the same thing we hear every season. Man. Yeah, like I said, Konate doesn't look right, guys. I'm telling you. I'm being honest with you, man. Obviously, Van Dijk has to be there. When Konate plays, Van Dijk is more or less relaxed, you know what I mean? That's why he doesn't really go and win balls like he used to in the past when he used to play with Lovrong and the likes of Matip. Now Konate does that for him, but in the last couple of games, Konate's been like, you look at the Tottenham game, he went out there and he got done, and they scored the goal, the goal that won them the game. He's making like some weird decisions that's unlike Konate. You know what I mean? And he doesn't look right. That's what I said to you guys. He doesn't look right. He's training off, at home now, like he's doing something with his physio or something. So something is not right with him. And like I said, I think Van Dijk needs to like go back a few years and try help him out now, because until Konate, sorry guys, gets back to the Konate that we know, Van Dijk has to do the covering like he used to, if you know what I mean. He can't trust him enough to let him be on his own anymore, if you know what I mean, until he's ready to do that again, until we see Konate bullying people again, because he's not bullying nobody. The only person Konate is bullying is himself. He's not bullying anyone but himself at the moment. So, yeah, I think Van Dijk needs to do that again, what he used to do, like, brush up at the back. By the time he realised Woods was through, it was too late, you know what I mean? And he scored the goal with his left foot. That's the worst part of it with that goal as well, guys. He scored with his wrong foot. And that's what upset me about Alisson. By the time Alisson dived, the ball was already past him. Now everybody is clocking onto that. I said that straight after the game. You remember when I did the stream? So if people can't see that there's something wrong with Alisson, I don't know what will. His reactions is too slow at the moment. This is not the Alisson that we like praise a lot about. The one we say is the best goalkeeper in the world. Since he's come back, obviously against Girona, he was phenomenal, making the saves that Alisson normally saves and all that stuff. But after that, it looks like there's something not right with Alisson, man. Same as Konate. Both of them they've just come back from injury. They don't look the same, man. They don't look the same, man. And Trent, you know what? Since that, bollocking that he's got, I thought he's been phenomenal in regards to defending and trying to create goals and all that stuff for the strikers. The commitment, I mean, is questionable. We're still in January, guys, and the players haven't signed the contract. You know what I mean? What is going on with our football club? Like, outside distractions, actually influences performances on the pitch, and people don't, grasp on that. They have to like understand, like when we got these doubts outside the pitch, it actually affects the on-field play because the fans are not trusting the players. The players around these players that's out of contract at the end of the season are still thinking, are they going to be with us and all that stuff? You can't put that doubt in players' minds, and that's what we're doing at the moment. We're putting too much doubts in players' minds, and we shouldn't be in this situation. This is why I keep telling people what we're facing this season could be something that's bad, man. And I'm worried if we don't win the league this season, that could be the biggest bottle drop in the history of the Premier League. It has to be, because you can't be this many points clear majority of the season, top of the league, and you had the opportunity to add on to that and then not win a league title. We talk about Arsenal. We laugh about Arsenal always bottling it. We could be the next Arsenal. I'm worried. I'm really worried, man. Let me get to the chat. Yeah. I'll put your stuff up. Trudon saying, if we drop points to Brentford and Arsenal beat Villa, I will lose faith we can win this title. Feels like a bottle job is loading. There you go, guys. Even Trudon is saying the same thing I'm saying. I haven't even looked at it, Trudon, honestly. You're saying the same thing I'm saying. So it is scary, man. It is scary. Always saying teams who are too defensive are slots kryptonite. That's the problem, like, bro. In my opinion, it's not just Arne Slot. I think it's Klopp had the same issue. Even before that, there's a lot of managers that had the same issue. I remember Roy Evans had the same issues back in the day with teams that deep line defend. So it's not a new thing. But we got about 10 set pieces a game. Why aren't we scoring from like some of them? That's what I don't understand. Where's the game plan for deep line defending teams? Why aren't we doing like good set pieces? Because we've got great headers of the ball, like Konate, Van Dijk, Jota, or even Gakpo. You don't even know if Gakpo is good in the air as well. So why aren't these players like getting the balls in the box that pause that they could attack? Because the set pieces are terrible. Robertson's still taking set pieces, even though he can't even beat the first man. He's still taking set pieces. I don't understand. Trent can't lift the ball either. Why are the listen? I prefer if Robertson and Trent just defend. Go back to your defensive side. If the ball goes over, you go and defend for the team. That's what I want you to do. I don't need you to do set pieces that you can't do. This is why we've got Soboslai. This is why we've got McAllister. Even Gakpo is a set piece specialist back in the day for PSV. We've got enough players that can do that. We haven't scored for many of them. Tsimikas had to come off the bench and set up a goal because the corners before that, they were shite. That's how much problems we have with set pieces. How can you get 10 to 15, set pieces a game and you don't score from any of them? Obviously, we scored in the last game because a guy had to come off the bench, two guys actually, and score. But like you need plans. You need something, a different direction to what's happening on the pitch if things are not working out. And there ain't enough of that. We should have beat Nottingham Forest the other day. The amount of chances we had, it was straight at the goalkeeper. It wasn't clinical enough. It's madness, man. It's madness. You got Gakpo trying to cut in. The goalkeeper takes the right position and saves it. You got Salah keeps running at Nico Williams, can't get past him, and then about three of them defend against him. Yeah, it's just mad. But where is and then you got Soboslai, who's man of the match, by the way, in my opinion. But some of the decisions he made, at the edge of the box was just horrendous. Bro, shoot. You don't have to pass to Salah all the time. Shoot from outside the box, bro. Oh, man. It's frustrating. Absolutely frustrating. Told ya, lads, FSG have forced Arnie to rush back Konate, who is unfit and carrying an injury. Yeah, 100%, bro. It looks like he's carrying something. This is not the Konate we've seen in the beginning of the season. We was praising him so much. We were saying like he has, him and Van Dijk are the best partnership in the world. That's how much we said in the beginning of the season. Now you look at him; it looks like he's struggling, man. Trudon says we are desperate, need a big performance and win. 100%, bro. We can't go to Brentford and let them play the game they normally play. We have to be extra cautious. We need to like find a way to beat them, bro. You know what I mean? We the players have to sit down at the AXA and analyze Brentford. Where's their weak points? Where can we attack? How do they score their goals? How can we stop them? Things like that. We need to do things like that, man, because I don't think we do enough. Because I look at every game that we play, it's the same thing. Same goals, same, outcomes, draws again. We win one here. It's the same. So it looks like we're not preparing enough. It says Slot lost European League final to Mourinho. He played anti-football and Slot did not like it. There you go. Sometimes you got to do that yourself, bro. You know what I mean? This is the time of the season. Teams are gonna drop back. Teams are gonna look at themselves and say to themselves, "Do we want to play expansive football that can, open us up and we concede goals and we're probably gonna get relegated, or we're gonna probably get out of European, side of the table?" Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't do that anymore. There's two parts of the season. Open football in the beginning of the season, teams trying to find themselves, what they could, their weaknesses and strengths. You know what I mean? This is how it is in the beginning of the season. Second part of the season is different. It's more defensive. It's more cautious. The teams won't come out as often because they don't want to get relegated. They don't want to be finishing in the bottom half. They don't want to be finishing outside the European, side of the table. So this is what I'm trying to say to you. There's two parts of the season. This is why our team is struggling at the moment, because they don't know what to do next on the pitch. They're not getting those openings that they got in the beginning of the season. This is what I'm trying to tell you guys. Yeah, it's a struggle, man. It's a struggle. I think it's time to rest Robbo, guys. I've had enough watching Robbo. I've got to be real with you guys. I think Robbo is struggling. It's frustrating watching him because, I'm a big fan of Robbo. I did say to you guys, the worst thing that can happen to Robbo is, when things go wrong, people turning on him, and it's already starting to happen. You saw him against Nottingham Forest. A ball went over him, and I've been saying it since the beginning of the season. I've been saying it. He panics now. I mean, when Robbo starts panicking, it's a worry for all of us, and this is what's happening at the moment with Robbo. As soon as the ball goes over his head, it's over, because he knows he can't catch the player, or he falls over like he did the other day. He tripped over himself, guys. This is not the Robbo that we know. He normally lets the ball go over him, and then he just goes back, and then, with his in an aggressive way, and wins the ball back. Now the ball's over the top. It's the end. You know what I mean? It's the end. You might as well just call the Undertaker, take him, to the graveyard, because Robbo is 30, guys. 31, 30. Yeah, he's playing like he's 37. That's too much football in a player's, legs. That's what this is why, I'm upset with the coaching side of things. Why can't they see it with Robert still? Like, why can't they see it? Because the guy is struggling. He needs a long layoff to come back, at least, because you can't be 30 and you're playing for like 37. Like, you can't be, man. It's weird. It's very strange in my opinion when I'm watching Robert. And I don't like it. I don't like it, man, because, our fan base, guys, once, a player drops off, they're all going to turn on him. And that's what's scaring me more than anything. But people, get the comments, man. I'm here for you guys today. Look, I'm on my own. No panel, just me. Yeah. I think it's time to lay Robbo to rest. For now, get him rested and let him, come back stronger. Because, like I said, 30, you should be at the peak of your powers. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be playing like you're 38, 37. You should not be playing like that, man. I'm sorry. Like, it's madness, man. I'm worried about Gravenberch, guys. I think he's playing too much football at the moment. You could see by his performances. He's playing as a centre back now, if you know what I mean. And it's worrying in my opinion when I see that. I think it's time to get Jota back on the team as well. I don't want to see Diaz as a striker. In certain games he'd be fine, but those tight grounds, hard to get past. It's not for him. He needs open, expansive football like we played against West Ham for him to get the best out of him as a striker as well. His build-up play is very slow at times. His passing, you saw the other day. I didn't even notice he was in the game. Let me just put it that way. He didn't take enough shots on target. He took one shot, I think, that went over the crossbar. Yeah, I think it's time to get Jota back in the team. This is my obviously lineup for now. I'm talking about just in general, just to, you know, stabilize us. You know, put us in a better position that we're in at the moment. Because listen, we're only 4 points ahead of Arsenal, game in hand. I know it could go to 7 and that, but sometimes, you know, it could be a travesty. You know what I mean? If we continue with the same team that's not getting you wins, and you know, if you change it up a bit, freshen it up a bit, maybe it can, you know, elevate us to the next level, if you know what I mean. Because we've tried with the same team again and again and again, and it hasn't worked. We're not consistently winning, guys. We haven't won 2 or 3 games in a row for a while. Let's just be realistic here. I mean, where's the wins? I don't see any wins. And we know draw is like a loss. That's what worries me. A draw is like a loss. But like I said, Endo, you know, in this position, guys, it'll be perfect. You know what I mean? He'll be here. You could even do the free if you want something like that. Gravenberch pushing up more forward, and McAllister, you know, being more creative, if you know what I mean, as a number 10. Because, you know, McAllister, when he passes that through ball, it's beautiful. Fantastic. You know, there's no one like him like that. And that's what we're missing in that midfield. There's too much, you know, lack of ideas when we're going forward, and it's frustrating me. If you look at, you know, the last game, what was happening? We were just passing the ball for passing sakes. There was no actually creativity at the end of that. And it was frustrating. Yeah, but let me get back to the comments, obviously. Let's see what's going on here. A lot of comments, man. Appreciate that, guys. Thank you very much. I don't ask for much, but just, yeah, come and interact with me. That's the whole point. Rather than sign a quality centre-back on the 1st of Jan, especially with Gomez injury last month, he is not back till end of March. This is what I'm saying, Steve. Like, the lack of ambition is what's frustrating me. You know, in the beginning of the season, what players are going to get injured. The same players have got injured. Harvey Elliott, Soboslai, Jota, Gomez, Konate. The same players. Simicaz, Allison. Look, it's like the names are still coming off. You know what I mean? It's still like the same names coming again and again and again. Doesn't that tell you something? The same players are always fit. Van Dijk, Trent, Salah, Robbo, Gakpo. The same players are always fit. McAllister. The same players are always fit, but the same players are always, injured. It's becoming frustrating, man. I'm getting frustrated with this nonsense. Like, but as I said, I honestly think if we don't win this league this season, the loyal fans to, you know, certain people will come out. I honestly think that there's no way they're gonna sit back and accept that. There's no way. I don't believe that, man. If Arsenal win the league, considering how bad they've been, it's an embarrassment. 100% true, Don. 100%, brother. I'll be fucking mad, mate. I'm thinking to myself, like, this team is not even that good, but they're gonna win the league. You know what I mean? What is that all about? So what does that make us? Not even that good. What does that make us, bro? You know what are we like? Where do we stand in this then? What does that make us? What does that make us as a football club? For allowing this to happen. Where do we stand in this then? It's madness, man. As a football club. Absolute madness. For allowing this to happen. I don't know what's going on with my headphones. I hope you can hear me. I hope you can hear me, guys. For allowing this to happen. I don't know what's going on with my headphones. I hope you can hear me. I hope you can hear me, guys. Yeah, I think my headphones is weird. Sorry, guys. I could hear myself twice. That's the thing. If you know what I mean? Yeah, I think my headphones is weird. Yeah, hopefully it's better now. Yeah, so as I said, like, you know, release the likes of McAllister, release the likes of Gravenberch. Let them flourish, you know, up the pitch. Put Endo here, let him protect the defense. Just tell him, don't move from this area. Stay there, bro. Just stand there. Don't go anywhere. That's all I want him to do. That's all we need the DM to do. Because we're conceding too many goals, man. Too many through balls from these areas because we haven't got a DM that can do that. Love Gravenberch. Great performance this season. But he doesn't look the same. You know, he's tiring, man. So if you get someone that could release them and let them do what they do, it'd be brilliant. We're not going to buy a DM. So play Endo. You remember him last season, how great he was in his first season. He was phenomenal, man. And you see him when he's playing in defense in the League Cup. One of the best. One of the best. But we're not allowing that, man. We're not allowing him to do that this season. This is the time you need someone like Endo, aggression on the pitch that's going to get us, clean sheets and get us up the pitch. That's what we want. That's what we want, man. And we're not doing that. We're still playing the same way that we fit. This is what I'm saying about Arnie at the moment. He doesn't know. He hasn't got enough experience of the Premier League. This is where, people around the club that have experience need to talk to him. You know what I mean? And tell him, mate, there's two parts of the season. The second part is going to be teams deep line defending, you know what I mean? And you got to change up your, formation and things like that. I don't know if he had enough time to study the league from the beginning of the season to the second part of the season. I don't think he had enough time to even think about that. And now he's experiencing it, if you know what I mean. And it's worrying, man. We're not winning away from home. We're not winning at home. You know what I mean? And this guy, I feel bad for him. Like, he's playing as a DM and sometimes as a centre-back now. And we're stopping his qualities going forward. But imagine Endo coming in and, releasing that stuff. If you know what I mean. And him and McAllister can swap at times. You know what I mean? And, have two as a DM and then move one forward to, create chances for the strikers. If it doesn't work for McAllister, it will work for Gravenberch. Like this, swap around, you know what I mean? Confuse the opponents. That's what we've got to do. I think we're too predictable. This is why teams know how to play against us. We're too predictable. And that's what's worrying, in my opinion. And we've got to change up with that stuff. Do me a favor, people. Please hit the likes, hit the subscription, all that stuff. I'm analysing, obviously, Liverpool at the moment, but I will go into the Premier League and talk about the table, the way it's standing. For other fans, of course. Obviously, we get other people from other clubs in here as well. But I appreciate if you just hit the likes and subscribe if you're new as well. And, let me know on the comment section after the show what you think, innit? What you think. Please hit the comments after that. Steve says, Arnie only has 1.5 centre-backs available, i.e. VVD, Konate. Our wheels are going to fall off again on the in the title charge by March. Yeah, listen, this is what's worrying me, man. I was just sitting there yesterday thinking about it, Steve. That's why I tried to call you. I was thinking about it the other day. And I was sitting there thinking to myself, this is not good, Arsenal winning as well. They got Villa at home the next game. I mean, Villa should give them a game. And we've got Brentford away at 3:00 on Saturday. So it's not even live on TV. If we drop points again, guys, and Arsenal win, like, it could be 2 points and it could be 1 point. I know we have that game in hand, but that's Everton away. They got David Moyes back, so there's no guaranteed win there either. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we're in a bad predicament, man. We're in a bad predicament. We need to start shaping up, guys. Honestly, God, like, all of us, the fans, the players, we need to, intertwine somehow, man. We need to, get together and start backing each other because, what's happening at the moment, guys, is frightening. There's 18 games to go. I think we played, let me check on the table. I didn't even check that, actually. 18 games to go. By the time it gets to 25, we should be way clear of the rest some way, somehow, guys. You know what I mean? We should be in a position, we should be comfortable. If we get the wins continuing, which we aren't doing at the moment, if you know what I mean. It's scary, man. It is scary. 18 games to go, guys. Who would have thought? And Liverpool still top of the league. But like I said, guys, Jota's got to start this game, man. He needs to start this game. We need goals. We need clinical finishing again. We had that romantic moment with Diaz. It's slowly falling apart, in my opinion. Certain games you could play him in that position, but not now, man. Not this time of the season, guys. Nah, not this time of the season. Big up to everyone, man. I can't believe there's a lot of people in the chat. Steve says, we beat Brentford. I'm confident after seeing the second half of performance. Yeah, the second half was brilliant, Steve. I think the players found, the electric shot really hit their body. They really they realized, what's at stake in that second half, the way we performed. I thought it was phenomenal. I mean, Nottingham Forest, at home are very strong. They beat most teams, if you know what I mean. And the way we came back and dominated it. The thing that was upsetting was it took us after 60 minutes to hit the goal. You know what I mean? If we did that earlier, maybe we could have had more goals, but we didn't. We just didn't have enough ideas, if you know what I mean. But when this guy came on, it was just something else. He was just like shooting it from every direction, left foot, right foot. But it was just unfortunate. It wasn't the clinical finishing that we know from Jota. It was just straight at the goalkeeper all the time. But you know, like when Jota has time to think and put it in the top corner, he more or less scores in it. Look at West Ham away, that finish he done. But the thing with Nottingham Forest, they wasn't giving us time to think. If you know what I mean. But sometimes I look at us as well. I talked about the set pieces. What's upsetting sometimes is we don't take enough shots from outside the box as well. That's why I was upset with Soboslai. He had a few opportunities to shoot from outside the box, but he keeps passing to Salah. But this is where Salah comes as an experienced player as well, and he needs to start telling him, bro, stop passing me the ball, shoot. You never know. It might deflect and go in. It might go straight in. You might make the goalkeeper might make a save, and he might go out to our player and he will tap it in. Things like that can happen. It might be an own goal. You don't know. Like, take the shot. You keep passing to Salah every single time. It upsets me, man. It really upsets me. We said this guy is our Kevin De Bruyne. We gave him the man of the match the other day. But he's got to do more. Stop being nice. Sometimes you got to be bad, which is shooting. And that can actually be a good thing eventually. We're not doing enough of that, man. He doesn't do enough of that. That's why I said I prefer McAllister as a number 10 for now until Szoboszlai gets himself ready. Because if you talk about talent, ability, everything, I don't think there's any player that we have that's close to Szoboszlai. I swear to you guys. But he's too respectful. You know what I mean? He's letting the main players dictate the games. Why he should be one of the main players that dictates the game. You know what I mean? We bought him for 60 million, not just to be a supporting player, to be one of the main players on the pitch, as he is for Hungary, as he was for Leipzig. If you know what I mean, guys. So this is what we need from him, and he doesn't do that enough, in my opinion. Let me see who else is in there. Big up to everyone. Even Facebook, Twitch. Yeah, I like that. People on, big up, bro. Ali coming into goalkeeper automatically for him. Ali coming into goalkeeper automatically for inform kills is a mistake who has also damaged the confidence of Gerald. Obviously Kwanzaa. Murray, I agree with you. You know what I mean? I think it was too quick for Alisson to come back into the team. I know we got the respect for Alisson because Alisson is a phenomenal goalkeeper. But what we need, if things are going good, you don't destroy it, do you? As I said in the beginning of this, if you watched it from the beginning, what I said was, if Kelleher is a goal, the team concentration level is very high compared to when Alisson's in goal. If you know what I mean, they know they have to take the extra precautions on the pitch, which is making sure teams don't get at our goalkeeper. If you know what I mean. But when Alisson's in goal, it's like wide open, man. You know what I mean? Like you could get in any time. Pause. That's how it is. That's how it is because they know Alisson has that qualities of stopping goals going in, and it's frustrating in my opinion. Murray, you're spot on, bro. You're spot on. I agree with you, man. At first, I was thinking get Ali back in goal, but the more I think about it, the more I've realised I made a mistake there as well. We need Kelleher in goal. At that time, he should have stayed in goal. Sorry, it's too late now, but he should have stayed in goal. I think we would have won those games comfortably if he stayed in goal. Man United at home and that, because when defenders take extra precautions, it means you limit the chances for the other teams to score, and this is what we don't do anymore. We're conceding goals every game now. the 0 goals conceded doesn't exist anymore. Even Alisson in goal. You know what I mean? It's worrying, man. And you can see something is not right with Alisson. While I'm looking at Alisson, bro, he's either carrying something, or he's just in a bad form. I don't know what to make of him because he's not that old for a goalkeeper. Goalkeepers can go on to their 40. You know what I mean? But guys, go back on YouTube and go watch the highlights of the game. Check out the Woods goal. By the time Alisson dived, it was a goal already, man. It was a goal already. Oh man. Yeah, I listen automatically now, bro. It doesn't do it for me. Liverpool, Brentford, I'll go 2-0 to Liverpool. Luca, I hope you're happy, bro. I mean, your team is winning again, and they're doing all right, innit? They're doing good, bro. They're doing good. Yeah, I gotta give you that. Sorry, guys. I know I went down the comments, innit? I just need to, like, there's new people I see, innit? Um, Kalonjai? I don't know. I don't know how to say that name. Paul, you see, whatever. Big up, new, and I'm supporting you. Oh, big up, brother. Big up. Appreciate that, man. I always say I'm here for the obviously the chat at some stage of the week. Sometimes I have a panel. Sometimes I have a chat with one person. I just want you guys to come on the comments and say whatever you feel, man. You know what I mean? I'm not that type of fan that that's one thing. You know what I mean? I'm either positive sometimes. I could be in the middle, and I could be, as you call it, negative. If you're true to yourself in life, you succeed. You know what I mean? If you lying to yourself, you know what happens next. I will never lie to myself, man. I'll be myself all the time. Murray says prefer Darwin on the left because his left foot is stronger, so his pace can take him on the outside of fullbacks. Ibu is not fully fit, as should back Kwanzaa. I'll play Kwanzaa. You know what I mean? If Ibu is not fit, the worst thing we can do, Murray, is keep playing him till the wheels fall off. You know what I mean? And that could be the next game. You know what I mean? So I don't want to see that from our goalkeeper. Our defender. I rather have a fully fit, Ibu, than Ibu that's struggling on the pitch, and that's what I'm seeing when I'm watching Ibu at the moment. Kwanzaa, you saw him last season. He was a quality defender. His confidence has been shattered because of that Ipswich game when the manager took him off. They didn't trust him enough. But, there's a time in the season you have to tell him, like, mate, get on the pitch and start doing something. And this is what he needs to do now. This is what he needs to do now. There's no more sympathy. You know what I mean? Yeah, we've got to be realistic, man. I'd rather have, Ibu for the majority of the season than, a certain part of the season, then he gets injured and we're going to be crying like little babies. You know what I mean? It's not our fault. Obviously, we haven't got the signings that we deserve. But you know how it is, guys. It is what it is. I'll end up playing Endo as a centre-back for majority of the season. We don't want to go through that. Let's just be realistic, if you know what I mean. But keep the comments coming in, man. I read your comments, man. I'm a big fan of everyone who contributes on the channel. I always want to support you guys. I don't think people get enough support with the chat. I don't ask for much. You know what I mean? Just put a comment there. You know what I mean? Just support the channel. That's all I ask for. I don't need anything else. And just support me. You can see, like, if you see, I'm a actual Liverpool fan. Look, legends everywhere beside me. I go and pay for this stuff. You know what I mean? Because I love I love my football club. I'll do anything for this football club. And that's how I am. That's how I am, man. I will never change for anybody. Yeah, as I said about Ali, he needs to shape up, guys. He either has to tell the truth, he's carrying something, or start performing like the Alisson that we know. Ibu, yeah, we'll see in the next game, innit? We'll see in the Brentford game if he's the same. If he's not, get Kwanzaa on, let him rest up, let him do the rehab properly, and as soon as he doesn't feel the pain, because I've heard he's feeling pains in his knees again. As soon as he doesn't feel that anymore, he could come back into the team. You know what I mean? If Kwanzaa doesn't play the way we want him to play. Yeah, man. Please do me a favor, guys. Big up to the chat today, bro. Brilliant stuff, man. Brilliant. I'm here for you guys. I'm alone, as you can see, guys. I'm on the road to 3,000 subscribers, and hopefully we'll get there one day. All I want to do in the channel is, not only help myself, I love it. I mean, I've been doing it since 2019. I don't have, consistent runs. That's why I'm on and off. But, all I want to do is, help the channel, help other people out as well. That's what it's all about. Help Liverpool fans out no matter what. I mean, you saw Ensman on the chat. You saw Uncle Roz on the chat. You know what I mean? They've got their own channels. Go and subscribe to them. Go and help them out on the chat as well, man, because they deserve it. They're brilliant people. They work hard on streams, if you know what I mean. And they deserve all the support that they can get. So, yeah, give them that. So this is what I will go with, for now, until we get things right. Simicast back, as a left back. Rest up Robertson. Endo back in midfield, rest up Soboslai. You could even interchange McAllister because McAllister needs a rest as well, guys. So does Gravenberch. They both need a rest. You could change up, with Soboslai with these ones. Jones dropped off a bit, I think, in my opinion. I don't know if you guys agree with me in the chat. He's dropped off a bit. He doesn't look like the Jones that was playing well when he had the baby. Maybe the baby is, not letting him sleep. Maybe that's what's happening. Come on, baby. Let your dad sleep. Let him get back. Salah has to pick up, guys. I'm being realistic with Salah now. In January and like around this time, he drops off. Don't get me wrong, man. He's done a fantastic job for us. Right? We wouldn't be in the position we're in without him. Let's just be realistic. I'm not ungrateful. I'm grateful for what Salah's done for us. But this is the important part of the season. You put yourself in a good position. Now let's take it over the line somewhere, somehow. That's what we've got to do, man. That's all we've got to do. Yeah. So that's enough about Liverpool and Robertson and etc. Let's look at the table, and we could discuss, the Arsenal game yesterday. I don't think Arsenal was all that yesterday. I didn't really like watching them yesterday, but they've got the win, guys. They've got the win, and now it's down to 4 points. They've got Villa at home. We've got Brentford away. As you can see, we've only lost one game. Arsenal, even though they're in a bad run, as people think they are, they've only lost 2 games this season. The draws are the thing that's letting them down. The draws are what they're struggling with. If you know what I mean, guys. Once they get that right. Saka will come back probably at some stage of the season. They might make signings in January. We don't know. But at least they make signings. We don't make signings, if you know what I mean. So that's the difference between the two clubs. Yeah, but let me get back to the chat, man. Abdul says we can't break low block teams. Yeah, it's not a new thing, bro. It's something that happens all the time. I mean, it's a regular thing. Even with Klopp, it was the same. Even before him, it was the same. Like I said, I'll go back to Roy Evans, like Graham Souness, it was the same. So it's a frustrating thing. But as I said, you got to make the set pieces count some way, somehow, bro. There's set pieces there, a perfect opportunity for you to score a goal from it. Take it with both hands some way, somehow. Be aggressive in the box, have a run up. I mean, and something you practice in the training ground, you know what I mean? So you could like get in the box at the same time when the cross comes in, and then you could just tap it in. Gabriel does it all the time for Arsenal. How is he doing it and Van Dijk can't? It doesn't make any sense, you know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Van Dijk is a big, like a big specimen. He's a big guy. But we're not giving him the balls in the box. He could head it. He could header in. Because can't beat the first man. So we need a set-piece specialist that can take corners, which is McAllister or Soboslai or someone along those lines. It can't be the same 2 every single time. You can't have 10 set pieces a game and you don't score from 1. I'm sorry. Or work the goalkeeper somewhere, somehow. We don't even do that. The goalkeeper always collects it, comes down, that shit. It's too much, bro. Typical Americans owners cares about revenue or success. Yeah, I heard about the revenue and all that stuff, man. You know what it is? You know what it is, brother? The problem is the problem is for these people that's owning clubs for business purpose. The more you win titles, the more money they have to spend. Do you know what I mean? So when you win titles, it attracts great players, world-class players to your football club, and the fans want that. So this is what they want to avoid. This is why they don't want to win titles. Because like I said, the more titles you win, the more money you have to spend out of your pockets. And this is bad business for people like this. Bad business, guys. And this is what they all want. This is why we are where we are. I mean, season in, season out, it's the same every season. Nothing ever changes. You know what I mean? Big up Adam, man. Big up Adam. He says, Forest goal exposed Ryan. He should have covered. You know what, Adam? You know what's frustrating about our football club at times that angers me is there isn't enough cover. There isn't enough cover, bro. You're spot on that. Because if you look at the successful teams down the years, Chelsea, Man United, Arsenal, etc., Man City, when the ball goes over the top and the defender's out of place, there's always a player there, like a fullback, to cover it. And we don't do that enough, in my opinion. Or a DM, which way you want to go about it. Because you got to read the game. You know what I mean? In football, it's not just being in possession. You know, it's not like we put you in a DM position and that's it. It's not that. It's what you do off the ball as well. You got to read the game somewhere, somehow. If your defender is out of position, you as a DM, you as a fullback, you as a centre back, that's like obviously not going for the ball, have to put yourself in a position to cover for that centre back that's out of position. And we don't do that enough, bro. We don't do that enough. Successful teams do that. Look back in history. Look at Man City. Since Kyle Walker hasn't been Kyle Walker, they haven't been the same. Why? Because his power and pace used to cover everything that's going over the top. Used to stop shots going on Edison. Now shots are going on Edison. What's happened to Edison? He keeps getting dropped because he's not the goalkeeper they thought he was. If you know what I mean. So this is what happens, bro. I've been telling people for years, like, Kyle Walker was a third centre-back for Man City. He wasn't a right-back. He covers everything that goes over the top. Stones goes forward, misses the header. Who's at the back winning with power and pace? Kyle Walker. Now he can't do that. Look at Man City. They're in the same team anymore. But we've got young players like Trent, 26, 27 years old. What are you still doing, like, you know, attacking? When your defender's out of position, go and help him out. Go and cover him. We don't do that. This is why we're conceding goals. We're conceding 2 goals a game nowadays, man. Yeah, man. It's madness, man. This job is as if players plays him as a DM. He was caught out, and in my opinion, Trent should be given free midfield role. His talent is world class, as should play Connor and give Trent the freedom of the park. Adam, he played as a midfielder for England in the Euros. It was one of the worst performances I've ever seen in my life, mate. He's a right back, bro. He's a right back. He's not a midfielder, bro. He needs to sort out his defensive side. He needs to sort out his positioning. He needs to read the game better in order for him to be the Ballon d'Or winner as a right back, in my opinion. I don't want him as a midfielder, bro. I'm sorry. I'm being realistic with you guys. He's not a midfielder. He will never be a midfielder. You've seen him. We tried him a couple of times. Didn't work out. England tried him in the Euros. Didn't work out. The worst part of it is the guy said he wants to win Ballon d'Ors. He's not even the right back for England. Trippier gets in front of you. James gets in front of you. Kyle Walker still gets in front of you. You know what I mean? So, nah, man. For me, nah. He's not a right back, bro. He's not a right back. Sorry, he's not a midfielder. He's not a midfielder, bro. He's not, in my opinion. Big up, GG. Big up, man. I haven't seen you for a bit. Big up, man. Yes, Murray, big up, man. Thank you very much for that. Hit the likes, people. Hit the likes. Edward says the control has seemed to be gone. Yeah, we don't control games, man. We don't control games, bro. That's the problem with us. There's too much of the same in every game that we play, and it's frustrating me. As you can see on the table right there, it's worrying because, you know, we could have been 9 points clear. We could have been like 11 points clear at one stage. We could have been more than that another stage, and we keep letting teams back in. Too many draws, man. Too many draws can lead to a disaster, if you know what I mean, guys. We've got to take risks in the games as well. If we have to go out to win the game, even though we concede certain stuff, let's do it, man. Let's do it. Because sitting back and letting teams do whatever they want is the wrong thing. It's the wrong way of going about it, man. Abdul says, Nottingham Forest took 4 points against LFC. This is unacceptable. Yeah, 100%, bro. Yeah, I mean, they're the only team that beat us this season. We go out there and let them get a draw. It's not good enough, man. It's not good enough. Big up, Nick. Big up, bro. All right. Denzel Washington. Yeah, so as you can see in the table, guys, you know, the Premier League is where it is. Let's see where Brentford are, who we got next. I'm going to talk about it tomorrow, obviously, with a press conference show. They are about 10th, obviously, this season. 28 points. So they're hot and cold, but they're good at home. So they've lost 9. I didn't know that. They lost a lot of games. Bloody hell. That's a lot of games they lost. Wow. Madness. Didn't know that, man. Strange. Yeah, so the table's like that. And what we've got to do is just mind our own business and, you know, get it going again. But like I said, the starting lineup has to change, guys. It has to change. We need something there that's gonna take us to the next level, which is, I think, Endo. It's time to unleash Endo in that midfield, and make sure make sure that we don't concede the goals because we conceded too many goals. Conceded too many goals, in my opinion. So yeah, the title race is back on, guys. Let's just be honest. And Arsenal are doing what they have to do. They're not playing great, but they're getting the wins. All we have to do is just keep winning. That's all we can do, guys. You know what I mean? Expect them to drop points, but concentrate more on ourselves and see where we're going to end up at the end of the season. I don't expect any signings in this month either, guys. So don't hold your breath. You know how it is. You know how it is. It's always going to be us begging for players and nothing coming in. You know what I mean? Abdul says we are making mistakes and errors in our game. We need to stop the draws. We need to win every game. We need Premier League and Champions League this season. We can get it, but you know we're doing something that's not getting it on the pitch. So the players have to want it more, brother. The players have to want it more in order for us to win these titles. And I don't think they want it enough. I don't think they've woken up from the coma yet, you know, to realize they're in a brilliant position to have everything in their hands. You know what I mean? Both hands, not one hand, both hands. And they're not taking it, man. They're not taking it for some reason. I'm going to go to Anfield soon anyway. I'm going to go on Monday because I'm going to go watch the game on Tuesday. I might drop. You know what? I might drop in an AXA training ground and start shouting at them. You know, it's telling them, "Wake up, you son of a bitches! Mickey loves you." If you don't know, you don't know. That's from Rocky, of course. Wake up, you son of a bitch! Mickey loves you. You remember Rocky woke up. That's what we need our team to do, man. You know what I mean? We need Mick in it. We need Mick. You know, just telling them to wake up. You don't know what's at stake here. Damn it, man. Always says they just want money to come in and do the bare minimum. Yeah, bro. You know that, bro. I don't need to explain that to you guys. If a team's interested in winning, we don't do what we do, man. We don't do what we do. I'm just reading the comments, guys. Don't worry. I'm just going through it before I go. Edward is there. Big up Edward as always. Yeah, go to the start. Got to start Jota 100%. Diaz isn't working up front. Yeah, it's certain games, bro. I don't say it's every game. It's certain games his stuff doesn't work out. You know what I mean? If it's a team that's expansive, like they're open, I think he's all right. It's just when the teams are defending, he struggles, in my opinion. I'm starting to worry. We better get 3 points at Brentford. Yusuf, I'm worried myself, bro. I was having nightmares in work. Don't tell anybody, guys. You know, sometimes I doze off at work at night. I was thinking about it the whole night shift yesterday. I think, guys, man, this could be a travesty. What's happening? We could be like top of the league all the season and then end up not winning it like Arsenal normally do. Man, this is not good. This is not good. Gravenberch is now on his choice centre back. It looks like it. Big up Luca as always, brother. Please go subscribe to Lucas, an Arsenal fan, one of my friends. You know, I mean, I've been on his channel a few times. Wicked lad. He's a brilliant boy. Fozzie getting about seeing him on footy, Judge Mo. Well done. Yeah, bro. I used to, when he started it, I was on there. But, you know, with me, if I'm not awake, I don't want to go on other people's channels and make them look bad. You know what I mean? If I'm free and, you know, I've got a lot of rest, then I could go in there and put my 2 pence in. You know what I mean? The last one, he looked like we were starting on Sulks. I think his name is Sulk or something. Souls. Yeah. But I was just being honest. It's the way the guy was talking, but I felt bad for Sol. I don't want to like gang up on him or anything like that. It was just my opinions towards the Arsenal team, and that's what I gave. They wasn't talking about Liverpool. That's how it is. So yeah, I apologize if it came out in the wrong way towards him, because he's a nice guy, man. He's a lovely guy. It looked like the whole panel was having a go at him, but we're just trying to make him see the light. You know, Arteta's been in the job for 5 years, and they're not doing the right things, if you know what I mean, with signings and, you know, the position in the table. This is Liverpool's and Man City's worst, you know, run, you know, like the worst team we've seen since those title charges back in the day, 9 years ago. And they haven't taken advantage of it. So you got to tell him, innit? You got to take it, like, this is your moment, and you're not taking advantage of it. That's all I was. But I apologize, man. I apologize, man. Well done, bro. Big up, man. I used to be on it before. I used to be on it before on a regular basis, Edward. But I just I need to concentrate more on my channel. You know what I mean? More if I've got time. I don't have enough time for other stuff. But yeah, if he wants me on, I'm always gonna go there, man. He's a lovely guy. He's a lovely guy. Absolutely lovely guy, man. He just wakes me up sometimes. Oi, I need you on my channel. Okay, I'm coming. I'm always like that. Coming out of bed and everything like that. Guys, yeah, it's been like 1 hour, 30 minutes. I hope you enjoyed this. I will be back tomorrow. I did say Premier League Roundup, didn't I? Sorry about that. Apologies, man. I did say that. Let's look at the results of the Premier League. Obviously, we've got fans that from other channels that come on here nowadays. As you can see, Everton obviously lost to Aston Villa by 1-0. I didn't watch this game. I don't know much about it. Ollie Watkins scored, of course. David Moyes is back at Everton. Good luck. Leicester lost at home. Man, this is bad for Ruud van Nistelrooy. Like, you're losing at home to Crystal Palace, man. These are the teams you're supposed to beat. You know what I mean? So that doesn't look good for Ruud. He's doing well at Man United. Newcastle, Isak, 2 goals. Gordon. You know, you could have them at Liverpool, can't you? You could have them at Liverpool. They're always scoring freely, these two. Is Isak the informed striker in the Premier League? Of course he is, man. He knows where the goal is. This game I watched, obviously. I don't think Tottenham done enough in regards to the attacking side of things. They had a few opportunities to score goals, but they didn't take the opportunity. They tried to pass it around players to take a shot. Sometimes you've got to take the shot first time in order for you to see if the goalkeeper's going to save it or is it going to go in. You know what I mean? But they didn't do enough of that. I don't think Arsenal was too impressive either. Arsenal were playing too much open, expansive football, in my opinion, in that game. And if they play the same way against Aston Villa, they might lose that game. And Aston Villa have their number at the Emirates. They are the last team that actually beat them there, if you know what I mean. So Man City, you know, they've had a full strength team in this game, I heard. But, you know, Brentford at home ain't easy. As you can see, Brentford scored in the last, 90th minute. Foden scored 2 goals. Wisa scored, of course, as well. And Christian scored. No God. So, yeah. 90 minutes, it looks like, Brentford was pushing to the last minute. I didn't watch the game, guys. When Liverpool don't have a good result, I don't watch the rest of the league. I heard Brentford was playing good in this game. Obviously, they were leading by about 2-1. And then Reece James obviously scored to get the equaliser at the end of the game. West Ham looks like back into winning ways, obviously with the new manager. We will see where they're going to go. I think they conceded too many goals, West Ham, but Fulham is a good team as well. They drew with Liverpool at Anfield. Yeah, Uwerby scoring twice, not bad. We know about Liverpool, Chris Woods, the goal, and then Jota came on, scored a header. Yeah, as you can see, the Premier League guys, obviously I haven't seen the whole table. Let me just get back to that. The whole table is here. You can see it. Liverpool top, Arsenal second, Northern Forest third, Newcastle fourth, Chelsea fifth, Man City sixth, Aston Villa seventh, Bournemouth eighth, Fulham ninth, Brentford 10th, Brighton 11th, West Ham obviously 12th, Tottenham 13th, Crystal Palace 14th, and you see the two rivals, guys. They're at the bottom of the league. Let me check. Of course, there's games on today. Let me check, man. Let me check. Tonight, obviously, it's going to be Ipswich versus Brighton and Manchester United versus Southampton. So there's 2 games there for tonight, guys. I'm going to watch them. I'm not working it, so I'm going to watch them. The two teams we hate the most, Man United and Everton, next to each other in relegation. Oh, brilliant. I love it, man. Big up Solo, man. Big up. Edward says there's no many forwards about. I think there ain't, bro. There ain't. But there's no excuse of looking. I mean, you could go and look and see what you could get out there. Forest only lost 2 games at home. Getting a draw is not a bad point. Listen, the bad point is, we had the game in our hand. We was battering them, and we didn't take the opportunity. We kept it hitting straight at the goalkeeper. Conceded 20 in 20 games. Can't win the league like that. There you go, Edward. There you go, brother. There you go, bro. Cedric says, in that game, Sobol looked to Trent when he was about to take a free kick. Looked like he was mad. He wasn't taking it. Then Simicast took it. LOL. There you go, bro. There you go. It's not acceptable, man. It's not acceptable. I'll watch it back when you. Cedric says I watched it back, and you are right. Ali dived too late. Also, think Soboslai is used to being top dog, with a lot of with a lot of country captains, is ego getting involved. Um, that's the problem, bro. You know, like when you come into a team that's already got big players, you have to find your place in that team. And what I said about Soboslai when people were doubting him, I said if you take a lot from a quality player, which is the set pieces that he takes. You know, he's a set piece specialist. He's a guy who takes shots from outside the box. And if you take all that away from him, you're not going to see the full potential of him. Unfortunately, there's people like Salah, people like McAllister, Trent, that and Robertson that take things that he's supposed to take, if you know what I mean. And this is why the full quality ain't coming out of him. I think the manager at some stage has to say to him, "You're 23 years old, bro. It's your time to shine now. You're one of the leaders on the pitch. We want you to do more. If you get an opportunity to shoot, shoot. Don't hesitate to take a shot. You don't have to pass to Salah all the time." And this is where Salah has to come in as an experienced player and let him know, "Bro, stop passing me the ball all the time. If I'm free and I could run through on goal and tap it in, I don't mind it. But if you got an opportunity to shoot, take the shot, man. Take the damn shot, motherfucker." That's what he's got to say to him. You know what I mean? But there's not enough of that, bro. It's not enough of that. Yeah, please subscribe to Solo. He's got a great channel. I love his graphics, man. And, the way he talks about football is brilliant, people. Please go subscribe to Solo. Appreciate that, bro. Yeah, so that's me, guys. I hope you liked what you saw today. Obviously, I had a lot of chat with you guys. I've always said that if I don't get your comments all the time, please chat to each other. That's what it's all about. We want to build a family here and, become as one. That's what I always ask for. I don't ask for much, guys. It's just, everybody, coming together and having a channel where you don't have to do super chats. I don't ask for it. I don't want it. I just want you guys to come over here and interact with me if you want to talk about football. I've got another channel called UFT. If you want to talk to me about other clubs, I'm going to start running that with someone else eventually. Very, very soon, in the next couple of weeks, hopefully we're going to run that channel. So we could talk about other clubs as well. I need to start watching other teams more often for me to even do that anyway in the first place. Stop just watching Liverpool, just watch other stuff. I want to do YouTube, guys. I'm enjoying YouTube again. And doing this and chatting to you guys is the best thing in my opinion, and I love it. I love it, man. Hence why the typical American owner does not sack their manager until they drop out of the top four. That's the only time they sign players as well, OA. That's the only time they sign players, when we drop out of the top four. I mean, look back in history. When do Liverpool sign players? When we're at the top four. That's the only time. Will you sell Robbo or Simicaz? We need a new left back. With me, bro, I gotta be honest. I think Robbo has reached his time. I know some people are saying keep him around so he could teach the next left back, how to play in that position. But Robbo is a stubborn guy. He wants to play every game. So I'll say get rid of Robbo, get a new left back in that's going to be in the first team, and use Simicaz as a cover for that, because that's what Simicaz is good at. He's a cover, bro. He's not a starter every single time. Yeah, I think it's time to let Robbo go. You don't want him to rot in the bench. That's the last thing you want from Robbo. Let's just be realistic here. Yeah, guys, I'm done, man. I've really enjoyed this. Appreciate everybody that's been on. Thank you. Please hit that like and hit that subscription. I will be back tomorrow. I want to go through Arne Slot's press conference, see what he's saying, and just relay it back to you. And we could discuss it from there. And I think I'll be back at 10:30 with a panel show. You know what I mean? So I'll try to get a few more people in here so we could discuss, the game against Brentford. I don't think I'm going to do watch-alongs, guys. The watch-along is too many Liverpool fans doing it. I'm sitting here sometimes. I'm only talking to a couple. It's good to listen. I'll talk to one person, but like when you're one of the oldest guys on YouTube and you only see a couple of people talking to you, it's a bit difficult, man. You know what I mean? It's understandable. Listen, there's better YouTubers out there than me. I'm not gonna say I'm one of the best. I'm one of the oldest, but you know what I mean? It's difficult. Like when you're sitting here and not getting enough people talking to you. If you know what I mean, guys. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, guys. Big up, Cedric, bro. I hope you enjoyed this. I try to be as honest as possible to you guys, and that's all I can bring, man. That's all I can bring. I can't really lie to myself, and I can't lie to you. Truth always leads you to, the path that you want to go. Lies doesn't lead you there. So remember that, people. If you're lying to yourself, you're always going to go in the wrong direction. And I am worried the way we're performing. The players don't look like they want it enough. And that's what they got to do. You know what? I'm going to drop in. I'm going to tell my wife, we're going to drop into the AXA training ground, man. I'm going to be going over the wall, trying to shout at them from there. Might do that. I'm going to go to the Champions League game on Tuesday against Lille. I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to do a VIP this time as well, guys. I'm going to be sitting in the VIP section in the Anfield Road. Can't wait for that, man. Really can't wait for that. So I'm going to be there early. I might do some content outside. Don't know. Maybe. All right. Take care, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you soon. Please subscribe, guys. Please subscribe and hit that notification bell. The notification bell always alerts you every time I come on as well, so please do that for me. You see, guys, hour and 23 minutes, I was just talking. I can do that, guys. I could stay here for 2 hours if you want me to and talk. That's the type of person I am. So I want you to have someone you can rely on. That's the whole point of this. And we're on the road to 3,000. Let's get there, man, and get this channel going. Appreciate everybody's on. As always, thank you, chat. Thank you to everybody, and I'll see you soon, man. Take care, everybody.